more than a century, some of the best college basketball teams have been battling at the Don Haskins Center. We're, of course, talking about the Don Haskins Invitational Tournament, all leading up to the big game at the Sun Bowl. This year we have UC Irvine, which won it all last year, Akron, Maryland, Eastern Shore, and UTEP. And joining us now is Barry Kobren, chairman of the Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks. Appreciate you having me.
Thank you. Yes. And so what can we expect with this tournament?
Like every year, we expect some really high-quality basketball. Two of the schools you mentioned, Irvine and Akron, set school records last year in wins, one 126 and 128 postseason. Really a strong field this year. The home team, UTEP, is always tough. They've won it more often than not in tournament, and we're expecting a really great basketball on next Wednesday, next Thursday.
Okay, any predictions on who may be taking it away?
Well, I'm neutral. I mean, obviously you predict UTEP, it's always a good bet, but we've got the defending champion, and that's a rarity. We don't always bring in the defending champion who's not UTEP, but Irvine won it all last year, as you mentioned, and they're going to be tough. Akron is probably the highest rated team in there. They are always good. They win 21 or more games every year, and they won their MAC conference, and they're going to be tough to beat as well. So, you know, anybody could win it. It'll be fun to watch. Hopefully we can get a lot of people out there to see it.
Okay, and talk about that, bringing these teams to El Paso. You have the defending champ, and then Akron, you said, has a good basketball program. What does that look like for, I guess, UTEP as a whole?
UTEP, has always been great to us. They always said, bring in the best teams you can bring. Obviously, it's their home court, so that they have a good chance of winning two good games if they can win it. But we try to bring in the best teams we can get, and usually they're the strongest mid-major programs we can get. Akron will probably be in the NCAA tournament this year. Irvine was in the NCAA tournament 2 years ago. UTEP's hoping to win their conference tournament and get in the NCAA tournament, and they need to take steps to get there and beat some good teams. Most of these teams will start conference play in a week, right after January 1st. So this is a good springboard into conference play for most of these teams.
And for UTEP to be competing against these teams that may be going to the NCAA tournament, talk about how that helps the program and maybe with future recruiting for years to come.
Obviously, that's what they like to see. Recruits like to play against the best, and so you try to bring in the best teams you can for them to play against. And it makes your team better. I mean, that's the key. You play against better teams, you become better. And UTEP's got some players that are new to the program and need to be getting great. They played New Mexico State the other night. They're obviously an NCAA tournament team. They were up in Albuquerque last week, had a great run there at the end. We thought they were going to get a win up in the pit. So they're getting better, and as we bring in better teams for them to play, they'll start conference play hopefully on an upswing.
Good deal. And ticket sales, how are they looking?
We're always looking to sell tickets. You can get them at the Sun Bowl office or at a Ticketmaster. They're very inexpensive. For the price of $20, you can see all 4 games. That's $5 a game to come see it. The popcorn at a movie is more than that. So come see some great basketball next week on Wednesday and Thursday. Games will start at 5 and at 7 both nights. Great hoopla, the bands, the fans, a lot of noise. Everybody come out and enjoy the basketball. And
school's out. No one has to worry about class. So
that's
everybody should make their way down to the Don to hopefully fill that center. Do you think we might see a full Don?
It's hard to see. It's been a while, but we'd love it if it happened. Obviously, Westar Bank is our sponsor. They want to get everybody out there and see a full Don. So let's get everybody out there. It's a good time to come see some great basketball and followed up by the football game the following week.
Great, Barry. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Time now for a preview of ABC 7 at 5.